Hello, today we'll discuss about AIDS. Acquired immunodeficiency syndrome is caused by HIV or human immunodeficiency virus. This disease it limits the body's ability to fight infection due to the reduction in T helper cells. So the patients they will have a very weak immune system and they are predisposed to multiple infection leading to death. The structure of the virus. Human immunodeficiency virus, they belong to retrovirus group. They are RNA containing virus that replicate with the help of reverse transcriptase or RNA dependent DNA polymerase. This virus, it has two copies of single stranded genomic RNA. So the virus, it has a cylindrical core containing two copies of single-stranded genomic RNA. The protein components are named after its molecular weight. For example, a protein having molecular weight of 32,000 Dalton, it is called as P32. So core of the virus contains reverse transcriptase, endonuclease, nucleocapsid protein and protease. And this viral core, it is surrounded by a major capsid antigen. And the outer shell, it is composed of a membrane antigen P17. The core of the virus, it has two single-stranded RNA. So these are the two single-stranded RNA. Then reverse transcriptase is present in the core. And this core, this viral core, it is surrounded by capsid antigen P24. So this is the viral core which is surrounded by capsid antigen P24. Then the outer shell is composed of membrane antigen P17. This is the outer shell which is composed of the membrane antigen P17. Then surface antigen GP120. So this is the surface antigen GP120. Then there are transmembrane protein GP41. So these are the transmembrane protein. So this is the surface antigen and this is the transmembrane protein GP41. This is the structure of HIV. Virus entry. The binding of HIV with target cell is through a receptor mechanism. The GP120 of the virus envelope, it will specifically bind with CD4 molecule which is present on the surface of the target cell. So CD4, it acts as the receptor of the virus. This CD4 molecules, they are present on the surface of T helper cells. So these T helper cells, they will receive the maximum attack by this virus. After entry, the viral RNA, it is acted upon by reverse transcriptase. Based on the RNA, a DNA strand with complementary sequence is produced. This is known as the minus strand. Then the RNA strand, it is hydrolyzed by RNase enzyme. Keeping DNA minus strand as template, a complementary plus strand of DNA is synthesized. This DNA double strand, it will migrate into the nucleus of the host cell. Then this viral DNA, it is integrated into the host cell DNA by the action of viral integrase enzyme. Retrovirus, they do not replicate in non-dividing cells. Similarly, HIV also requires activation and division of T cell for the viral particle synthesis. Viral genes, they are transcribed and translated by the host cell mechanism. The HIV genome, it contains 3 structural genes, 3 regulatory genes and 5 accessory genes. These genes, they control the synthesis and assembly of infectious viral proteins. The T helper cells are decreased in number leading to immunodeficiency. The surface antigen GP120, it specifically binds with CD4 molecule which is present on the T helper cell. Then this HIV, it enters the T helper cells and these cells, they are lysed. T helper cells deficiency, it will lead to the suppression of almost all the immunological effectors. And when the effector mechanism of immunity are paralyzed, what happens? Pathogens, they get entry into the body. Modes of HIV transmission. 80% it is sexually transmitted. About 15% is transmitted through the blood. That is, the drug abusers, they use the same needle without any sterilization for intravenous injection. And the risk of getting HIV is high in patients who receive blood transfusion many times. And the remaining 5% virus may be transmitted from mother to the fetus through placenta. Natural cause of the disease. The virus, it enters the body, it is multiplied in the body cell, but it cannot be detected easily. This period is called as the window period. But the viral capsid antigen P24, it can be detected in blood during this window period. After a few months, antibodies are seen in circulation. This is called as the seropositivity. During this period, the person is completely normal. However, the person is a carrier of the disease and can transmit the disease to others. This is known as the seropositive stage. Stage 3 is when the clinical manifestation start. By this time, the immune system is depressed. Then commensal microbes will start multiplication inside the body and the patient die within about 2 years after entering this stage. So this is the window period, and the second one is the seropositive stage, and the third one is the AIDS disease. This black line indicates the antigen in the blood, and this red dots that indicates the antibody response. Clinical presentation includes lymphadenopathy and fever. This lymphadenopathy and fever may be seen by the end of the second stage. And since the immunity is deficient, non-pathogenic microorganisms also enter the body. They will produce lesions in skin, gastrointestinal tract, lungs, urinary tract, and in brain. So there will be gastroenteritis and tuberculosis, and weight reduction is seen in all cases. Testing options for HIV. The antibodies in the blood are detected by ELISA test, and if ELISA is positive, then it is confirmed with Western blot analysis. That is, in ELISA, antibody against only one antigen is being tested. So if ELISA is positive, it is confirmed with Western blot analysis. In Western blot analysis, antibody against 6 different components of the virus is analyzed. So it is a confirmatory test. Then the T helper cell count. The normal level of T helper cell is more than 400 cubic millimeter of blood. But in AIDS patient, the levels is always below 300. And as the disease progresses, the T helper cell count is correspondingly lowered. By doing real-time PCR, the number of HIV particle in blood can be estimated. And nucleic acid testing, it involves the amplification and detection of one or more specific target sequence located on the specific HIV genes. So these are the different testing options for AIDS. The treatment options are reverse transcriptase inhibitors, nucleoside and non-nucleoside analogues. These agents, they will make the enzyme inactive. Then there are protease inhibitor, which are extremely selective for HIV protease. So they will block the final assembly and package of HIV particles. Then a combination of drugs, that is highly active antiretroviral therapy, it will reduce the virus load and prolong the life of the patient for many years. HIV exhibit genetic heterogeneity. So several species of virus may be found in the same AIDS patient, and there is no proofreading activity by the enzyme reverse transcriptase. So the protein products of HIV, it is highly variable in amino acid composition. And for this reason, it has not been possible to develop a vaccine against AIDS. Prevention includes public education and awareness. And all the blood samples should be tested for presence of HIV antibodies before transfusion. Thank you.